go. We are live, right? So today I'm just going to be talking to you guys about what happened during the week why I was not able to stream on Monday. Uh, Let me just type something here in a second. Yeah. So what happened? I wanted to immediately after Friday's stream, right? So immediately after, like Friday the second we were done, I wanted to go and check back on my previous code, the back end and the landing page that I had. So now I went in that day. I was not able. I did not see anything because I wanted to bring it now into. I wanted to use Replit. Replit is a coding agent. So now when I brought my GitHub repository, basically everything in GitHub, I brought it and connected it to um, and connected it to Replit. I did not see anything inside there. I just saw, a blank white page, those like HTML websites, right? So when I saw that, I was wondering, I was like, what happened? Yeah, maybe something is not working here. So I was like, let me not stress it, let me just go and sleep, right? Let me just take a rest for today. Saturday. I did not work on Saturday. I was also resting because I was also trying to figure out what was going to happen. Sunday comes along, all right? Sunday comes along, and I'm actually like, okay, now we have to get to the bottom of this. We need to find out what's wrong and what's going on, right? So I I start asking myself questions. I start googling what's not happening, and then I find out that what I had previously not saved all my work that I was coding, right? I had not saved all of it to GitHub, right? To save all of that, it's called a commit. So I did not commit all of the code that I had previously to GitHub. So you know what that means? I did not have anything to show you guys on Monday, which was a pain to be honest. I was like sad. I was like, no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Right? So now after that, after I found that out, right, I immediately got back to making another landing page and finding out like what ways in which I could like code something like really quick to get it out by Monday. And Monday came along and we were still having, challenges with the coding agent that I was using what and so I decided to create the dashboard and the yeah, I decided to create the dashboard in Google AI Studio, all right? So now Google AI Studio and Replit are what I was using. Replit was to make what was to make the landing page again, and Google AI Studio was to build up what the basic like front end for the dashboard and like all the settings and features that it would have because I saw some guy on YouTube using Google AI Studio. So now while I was using while I was coding with Google AI Studio, I've reached the point whereby I have a I have a what I have a dashboard, right? I'm going to show you that in a second, but I have a dashboard and I am now figuring out how to move it now to my Replit so that I can code all that all of that now in one place, connect the landing page to the or to the dashboard and then bring it all together. So now that's what I'm going to do, right? So a basic rundown of what the site will look like. Let me just I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see. Why am I up there? Let's go down here. Yes. I know. You guys are scared. It's code. I know. I know. Let's go to preview. So the way the website was supposed to look like, right? Give me a second. Things are slow here. Hmm. Come on, just load, bro. Just load. Yes. All right. So let's go to. I know you can't see anything, but. All right. So where we are right now is the admin control center, as you can see over here, admin control center. So now here, this is what I was planning, right? So now this admin control center is where you have a main account, right? The admin that watches over all of all of the all of the code, right? Not the code, sorry. I'm still thinking like a developer. All of the accounts that is going to handle, right? So now with this admin control, you're able to see the different the different sub accounts that you have, and you're also able to see the amount of workflows that you're created, right? So now here we have the switch what view, but we can be able to create sub accounts. We can what you can click on sub accounts, um, and when we click on sub accounts, it just shows you the different accounts that you have under like say you are what say you're like if you're a single business, right? All you need to do is just create one sub account for yourself. But if you are like an agency, for example, right? You're able to manage you're able to manage your clients through this part over here, right? So now you have you can manage your clients through here, right? And then you can also create another sub account depending on what you want. Here, this is just billing. You don't need your network is not figured out yet. Then we have settings at the bottom, and then we click over here, and then we enter John, right? John Doe, of course. So now let it load. So now as we're entering the sub account, now here is where you're going to see all of the features, all of the feature sets, and all of the um what and this is where most of the functionality is going to be, right? So whilst you're here you're just going to just going to where is it you have a basic overview. I mean, obviously you have a basic overview that's showing you your stats in the last 30 days. Nothing too crazy. Then we have conversations. Conversations. I've not yet figured out what I'm still trying to what am I doing? I'm still trying to figure out the conversations tab. But here is where you'll be able to import most of your texts and emails and see them all in one area. So now you're different mode. You're able to contact your leads based on what they have said, right? And then text them and keep in touch. So now once we move from conversations, we have contacts, basics. You just have contacts. I mean, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. You just have contacts, the stages in which the contacts are in, the tags, and what you can search by name, email, or tags. We then have the lead section. So now lead section, this one is this one is an important part because it's it's now what leads and pipelines. So now in the lead section, um, this one basically was meant to show you at what stage a lead is in the pipeline, right? Like say you have, you know what you're saying. Say you have what? So you have John, right? John is the owner of the business that John is going to buy from. Excuse excuse the lingo. So now say you have John, right? So now John wants to buy from John's business, right? So now let's say John has already communicated and he has called in the business, right? So now you can literally just add the contact here saying, oh, blah blah blah, John is here, right? So now, so now John is at the beginning part of the stage, and then you're able to move him down to what, the second or like the third stage, depending on where he is in the pipeline, right? Let's say he's just a newbie and does not know about your business, but he has called and wants to work with you. You put him here, and then you say you've booked a call or something. Say you've landed a lead and they've closed. So now that's what this part is, right? Um, we also have campaigns. All right. Now this is where things are getting exciting. I do not know what we'll get to that. So now campaigns is just marketing. It's where you're going to see like what it's where you're going to be able to see most of what it's where you're going to be able to see most of what it is that you're doing in terms of like automations and stuff. So now you'll have automations, emails, social planners, snippets. These other ones are not as important right now, but the automations part is the most important. When I was editing on Google AI Studio, I don't know what it did. It got rid of the automation stuff. I'm so mad. I'm so mad they got rid of the automation stuff. So now I so now I got pissed and I was like, shit, now I can't show this because it's not there anymore, right? but yeah, and oh wait, huh? Oh, they brought it back. I was literally editing this like before I got live, so I was like, shit, bring back the automations. But it seems to have just added it here in the campaign over here. That's what you get for using a coding agent. Then we have templates, and then we have logs, and then settings as well. Let's see, let's see the settings. Hmm, settings. Over here, you're able to now put in your, company name, sender email, phone number. I'm going to like what make this look better. I just wanted to like create something because I lost everything. Remember, I lost everything. I've been doing this for the past week. That's mad. That's mad. So we are done with this, right? And that's basically what I've been doing for like the past week, just creating all of that and um building out the dashboard and the building out the dashboard and or the admin view. So now I hope you get like a rough idea of what I'm talking about. You have the admin view where your account is able to oversee the other sub accounts, and then once you're in a sub account, now that's where you're able to do a lot of the stuff that it is that I've just talked about, right? And you're able to build out the automations, you're able to check up on your conversations, you're able to edit leads and where they are in the pipeline, you're able to move them from one place to another. So now all of this is just to make sure that when a customer is calling your business, you do not lose them. All right. Say you get 100 customers every day, right? I know, impressive. So you get 100 customers every day, right? So now instead of 50 of them paying you at the end of the day, right? Now what this would help with you being able to what attract not attract but to have more of them pay up, right? Have more of them pay for the service, right? So now, say at the beginning it was 50, so you're getting 50 of them to pay for your thing. Then now once you implement like all these automations and stuff to keep them engaged and to keep them wanting more, right? They You get to increase that by I don't know how many percent, but say from 50 to like 70 or something, right? That's an estimate. 50 to 70. So now 70 people now are paying for your stuff. That's so much more money for you as a business. And all all that you had to do was literally just stay in contact with them, right? So now that's where all the what that's where my three core services come from: lead generation, lead conversion, and customer engagement. Uh, so when it so what so now what I'm doing right now is I'm not going to use what Google AI Studio right now because it's I don't know what it's doing to the dashboard. It's just making everything worse. It's making everything worse by getting rid of certain features that I didn't tell you to get rid of. We but we live and we learn, right? Um, you want to see the landing page? Let me show you guys the landing page. Let me show you the landing page. So what I've done right now is most of I've moved most of my I've moved this code into now Replit, right? I've already commit, I've already saved it to um GitHub. I've already saved it to GitHub. So now what I'm doing is um I'm going to connect both of the two together, the landing page and the dashboard that I've just created. So what here is the here wait, give me a second. Let me show you the landing page that I was able to create. The landing page didn't take long, to be honest. It took like what was it 2 3 days around there. It took like 2 to 3 days, maybe four. I don't know. But yeah, give me a second. It's not happening, bro. But yeah, it took 2 to 4 days to recreate the landing page. I mean, what I need to do now is focus a lot on the on the what on the actual functionality of the website. Like what instead of just having things show, we need to actually make sure that the automations are working well and that what I can be able to ship this as fast as possible. Yeah, creating this. I have no previous knowledge on how to code or like coding. So it's really interesting because let me show you. Mm, give me a second. There we go. Mm, just. Mm, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, we're in here. All right. So now this is the landing page as of right now. I'm trying to get all of it to, match this aesthetic and whatever, but this is what the landing page is looking right now. Scale your service business on autopilot, um, what all-in-one automations platform with modern service businesses, manage emails, SMS, and workflows. Right. So now we just have that. You can view a demo, launch your first automation. Oh my, we have rich clients everywhere. Save time, standardized. So this is just like what it's gonna look like. Pricing 47, 147, 247. And we have questions at the bottom if you have any questions on like what what on how does Monoscale help? Is it able to is it able to Can I import contacts? What I need separate SMS providers. What kind of support do you offer? And at the bottom, just basic, feature sets, templates, pricing, and all of that. So this is what it's looking like. And as you can see, I ran out for the day, but wait, I don't know. But yeah, they what so the landing page is looking like right now. I'm satisfied with the way it looks like. I'm satisfied with the functionality that I've gotten from Google AI Studio. It's helped a lot, but I've reached the point whereby it's not helping as much. So now I just want to stop, download everything, and then bring it over now to GitHub and and use it now in a landing page, right? So yeah, I mean that's literally what I just wanted to show right now. Nothing too crazy. We hope we are building this like slowly by slowly, to be honest. Hopefully we're able to get it. Hopefully, I'm not able to think of like I'm not able to think of a timeline, but I know next week, next week Friday, right? Next week Friday, not Monday, on Monday. Next week Friday, I am going to show you what I'm going to show you even more of what monoscale is. I'm going to show you monoscale like as I'm building it, of course, and I'll also talk to you about like what is going on right now, right? So I don't think I'll be able. I won't stream on Monday. I won't stream on Monday, but I'll be there on Friday with a whole lot of more um well, a whole lot more to talk about and to show you because this is where I've been able to get in like a week. This is where I've been able to get in a week. So we're just going to add more features, make sure everything works what properly. I think at this point in time I should start thinking of adding more back end back end stuff like logic and stuff. And I'm just saying so much technical stuff. But yeah, um that's all I got for today, to be honest. If you guys want to gain early access, I if you want to gain early access, I popped a link down below where what you can just sign up for early access to you can join the wait list, right? For monoscale and just if you're a business, just leave all the required information. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week, Friday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for viewing everything. And see you all next week.